Hi everyone, my name is Junon. I have a health science background and I'm the author of the book Truth and Empathy, How to Find Your Soulmate. And I'll put a link to the book below. This video is about INFJ's facial development. But before we dive into this topic, I would like to know who would be interested in a 2-hour workshop on INFJs. It would take place on Sunday, December the 4th from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it would cost $50 Canadian per person. If you are interested, please send me an email at jmaceus@sexualhealthsite.info, and in the subject line you put INFJ workshop and I will send you the details. So let's go back to our topic at hand. INFJs are unique when it comes to the 16 personality type because they're the only one type that has a theta brainwave dominance, which means that in terms of their brainwave, it's 5 cycles per second or less. That is reflected also in their resting breathing rate. So a person who has, in terms of their brainwave dominance, a theta brainwave dominance, means that their breathing rate is 5 breaths per minute or slower. And this person, even if the person is chronically stressed, will breathe through the nose versus through the mouth. So what you'll see over time is that the INFJ will put their tongue in the right position. So really the tongue should be on the roof of the mouth, and the tongue shapes the jaw. So you'll see that a person who's truly an INFJ means that this person has a well-developed jaw and 32 straight teeth. So if, let's say, you see someone who says, okay, I'm an intuitive, that's one thing, and they said they're an INFJ, but had to wear braces or didn't have space for all like their wisdom teeth, most likely they're not an INFJ, because that would not happen. When because I have a dental assistant training, and if you actually look at most people, at least 80% of adults have crooked teeth. So how does that happen? It has to do with where they place their tongue. So if a person mouth breathe, and that really happens when a person hyperventilates. If let's say you look at a person, if they breathe more than 16 times a minute, they have to open their mouths. So because of that, that's why most people have crooked, because the tongue is not shaping the jaw how it's supposed to. And if you even look at nature, you don't see 80% of any animal who has the level of crooked teeth that human beings have. So that something is kind of off there. So if we go back to the INFJs, that because these are people who have the slowest resting breathing rate, they never have to open their mouth. Even if they were like exercising or chronically stressed, in any situation, the INFJ, to get to a point where they're breathing more than 16 times a minute, it's pretty much will never happen. So in other words, the INFJ, if you even look at their face, you could actually see right away in terms of how their face is shaped. So an INFJ will have a well-developed jaw, high cheekbones, hollow cheeks. So really, they will have the face of a runaway model, basically. So in other words, this is something that people rarely talk about. But when it comes to different personality types, we're really looking at brain types, and that has an impact in terms of their breathing rate, their physiology, and their overall health. And when it comes to the INFJ, because they have the slowest brain waves of all the 16 personality types, they're the most likely to have a well-developed jaw compared to other personality types. And again, that is not related to genetics. So people say, well, maybe if your parents had a well-developed jaw, then you would have a no. I mean, the top part of the face is more genetic, but the lower part of the face is individual. Within a family, you'll see that some of them have a well-developed jaw, some don't, although they were brought in the same environment and they have the same biological parents. So it's not linked to hereditary in that sense, or even the environment. To summarize, the INFJ is the least likely to have issues with underdeveloped jaw, crooked teeth, and mouth breathing, because of the fact that they have the slowest brain waves of all the 16 personality types. I mean, there could be like a rare exception where a person end up becoming an INFJ later on in life, but for the vast majority it's highly unlikely, because most people are born with a particular brainwave dominance that is not linked to their biological parents, and that will actually determine whether or not they're a nose breather or mouth breather, and that will determine how well their jaw will be developed and whether they have space for 32 straight teeth. So let me know if you agree or disagree with the content of this video by commenting below. If you like this video, if you learned something, please click on the like button. Remember to send me an email if you are interested in participating in the INFJ workshop. It will be 2 hours long from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it will cost 50 Canadian dollars per person. Again, you send an email at jmaceus@sexualhealthsite.info, and in the subject line you put INFJ workshop, and I will send you some details about this event. And remember to click on the notification bell to be notified of other videos I'm going to be making. Subscribe to my channel, and we will talk soon.